Now the sound does appear to be louder, so y'all should hear a little bit more of it. I'm going to go ahead and crank it up a little bit more via OBS. There we go. Now you should hear it. There we go. All right. So we have already noted to Dev about the sound issue of the volume controls. He's going to work on it from that part, but we did just now find a workaround. You can set the setting and then close the game and open it back up, and it will make that adjustment. All right, so now we're going to go to hosts. We're going to create a server. Now, one thing I've learned about this game, everybody, so we're going to do the map designing part of it, but I'm also wanting to spread knowledge of this game as well. One thing that we've made... Oh, not a problem, Orange, not a problem. One thing that we've made was... one thing that we found is that if you have video issues with this based on your system requirement, you're not meeting requirements or so forth, one thing that we found is you can actually change select map from canvas to no ocean. And so some people with the lower CPU and graphics settings can actually then run it from that point even better because it doesn't have the water graphics or any of that stuff. But we're going to go ahead and do with the canvas here. Actually, no, I think I have to do it without the ocean at the moment because of how I'm making this map. And I actually now want to see what it'll be like in the water after I make the terrain and stuff on the ground. So I'm gonna do the no ocean to make it easier for the floor level design underneath the water. So we're gonna go no ocean. And then we're gonna take another bite of our peanut butter sandwich. We did just notice that there was some looked like debug logging on the top left there, but that was like it's also its version of a status bar as well, because you saw what it was doing was it was showing what it loaded up the map so far. So it's like its hourglass part and showing the numbers as you saw the numbers then start to decline. So that's actually something that is good on it from that part. But it looks like some other things are popping up in a debug log on the top left there as well. Like it's doing some other task. So it looks like we have debug logging on at the moment of some sort. Now, what we're going to do first is we're going to take our map, what we have already, and smoothen it out. All right. And yeah, so Orange, it was off for one version. It may have re-enabled it. Because at one point that was gone. So it looked like it may have just re-enabled or something. So now we're going to do the crafting. Let's create the crafting bench. Actually, right now we only really need the terraformer because we're just doing the terraformer. Now remember what we said about the terraformer on this. If you're using the terraformer, that's to create the terrain and shape it and everything else from that part. But if you're using it, that during an online game, the other person is not going to see what you see. They would actually have to get out, re-download the map once you saved it, and then go back in from that part, to my understanding. Now, they're not going to see any of the other building plans or anything like that. It's only unless it's on the host itself. It's only what they downloaded from the game for what was in the work group. Was it work group or workbench? In Steam. All right, so now we got the terraformer. I'm gonna put that in our hand. We're gonna press T. Okay. And then we are going to level a lot of this out. Now, one thing that we found that makes this easier is you can actually press C and go into the abilities and go to fly, and you can actually raise your character up by pressing Q, and then this way you're not running into any obstacles or so forth as you do it. But right now we're going to go ahead and balance this out at the moment. I pressed the wrong button, and so my brain is trying to press Control Z. That's not going to do it. What is that? Y'all see that? Is that the bot or something? I think something's peeking. Okay, but let's go ahead and change. We did gravel last time, didn't we? Hang on. No, we didn't. This one here, we got to remember which one it is that we're using. Was it dirt? No. Hang on, we got to figure out which one we're using here. No. Canyon, mountain, tundra. No. Hang on, we're trying to see which one it was that we used. I thought it was gravel though. I guess it was just a flatten and gravel. Okay. Now shift and that. Oops, 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 oops. I should probably shorten that some. Now it's not moving the block. So let's go back to this. I'm pressing the wrong button again. I think I just got rid of some of my road. Well, while we're at it here, let's just get rid of all that first. Okay. Now we're going to turn on that flying feature. Where are we at? I don't see my character. Oh, there we are. All right, so now we're going to press Q. Get rid of all this. So we refresh foliage. All right, so now we need to add more stuff back in here. I did one click. All right, I'm clicking too slow, I guess. Okay. Now we're going to hold shift and flatten this out again. A little better. Oh, maybe not like that. I need an undo button. All right. Okay. Now we're going to try to trim this again. All right, we'll get to it. So let's go ahead and now go to smooth. Try to smoothen this all out. Just like how when we made the peanut butter sandwich. You smoothing it all up on the bread. All right. Just keep smoothing. Just keep smoothing. Now, we obviously need to repair the road here. So, I mean, you see what I'm trying to do and what I'm modifying where, and you see the abilities of what you can do in this. Other people that are much better at art than I am can probably do a whole lot better than this. So I'm using the smoothing tool, and it actually then gets rid of some of this as well. So the smoothing, if you go through to smoothen it, it tries to blend it all in more based on the level of what you have. So you see the higher hills are getting lowered and flatter and all that stuff. So we're trying to polish this part of it. So now that hill part is getting flat. And we can fix the other stuff later. So you see how it's extending the hill out to that one? It depends on the pattern of how you do it. Because our goal is to then get a motorcycle and drive it around doing at least one lap, clocking the time, and then do a second lap at a faster rate. So we're going around smoothing out the map. We're going to have some sections that we're going to need to do more on. Just smoothing it out. It's going to be lumpy and bumpy, but it's all right. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's just supposed to be a roundaway track. Not track. Track. And then if we do fall, we need a way that we can get back up it like that there. There's our ramp. Now this here, it looks like we're going to need to extend it. But we at least have it smoother now. I'm not looking for anything fancy here. I'm just trying to do a type of track. so that we can drive it around in circles and test out the vehicles on it. I'm not trying to do any fancy texture design on it or anything. Just more like a dirt track. This is the gravel texture. So we're racing on some gravels. No, Grumpy, it's gravel. So look, even on the sides, you can smoothen the sides out too, so that it looks a little bit more professional. You know, just like how you mess up things on the wood when you're cutting wood and stuff like that, and you just use a sander to sand it down. Yeah, the character is breathing because he's trying to run in air without touching the cement or the ground. Because we're flying right now. See? But Grumpy, if you want to create a map on here and want to do your own uh rubbing of the rock and so forth on here, you can gladly take a copy of this game and and show us your version of the map on the workshop. I got 2 keys if you want one of them. See what you create and show it out to your viewers. Only requirement is you would have to make a map and upload it. And it can be an alpha map. It can be a map where you continuously work on it and just keep updating it. And then you show it on to your viewers. Although we're not sure what you would be shaping on here. So you want to know what would the map be for? So this game itself, the name of the game is Digital Creative Framework. It's where you can make a map yourself and then upload it to the oh, I keep forgetting the name of that, the work group thing in Steam. So let me pull it up. The workshop. So the workshop in Steam. So it's actually as if you're a developer then, where you make the map. Then other people can go in and subscribe to your map and be able to load it themselves on the game. Now, once you're done with the map, so you can still add this terrain while you're in a server for others to join. But once you add this map, then others can download it and play it as well. And the terrain part all saves on it, but if you add any items like the buildings and stuff like that, that will not save. That's only if people join into your server will they see those buildings and everything in place. So the objective of this then is once you create this, it's still in the work process of it. The game is going to add other game types and stuff like that, so you can actually take vehicles and you can drive vehicles around in it. It's something like think of it something like Roblox. And then there we actually did a dev talk yesterday with Orange, and he has plans of adding things in it, like adding a battle royale mode or a racing mode, a timer thing, and sports thing and so forth. So you can turn it into your own game once you host the server and have other people join into it and stuff like that. So we're trying to start something within the community to start doing some of those gameplays. But right now we're trying to design it. Now we did speak with Orange yesterday, and he's already looking into adding some flying aircrafts and stuff, and that he does have ideas as far as the shipping part of it, like putting ships in the water and stuff like that. The water's all going to show in there. There's other parts in here where you can actually set for the weather and stuff, and a lot of other things on it. We went over all those features yesterday. Right now, we're working on designing the map because we're doing our own map right now. We showed some of the developers' map, some of Orange's map yesterday. So this is where Orange would say that it's beyond the limits, that there's almost no limits on it from that part. And that's where a lot of people are worried on it from there because there can be so much you can turn this into. It's to bring back the old school gaming method of making your own stuff without having the ability to make your own mod, your own map, and everything for just within this tool, and then the tool then becomes your game from that point. So like right now, I have the server up, so anybody can join it, and we can just start playing. But they're not going to see all these abilities of all these things of what we just modified. I would have to actually upload the change, and then restart the server because of how many changes I'm making to this right now. So I think that's a lot smoother at the moment. There's still more I'm going to be doing to this and erasing things because you see I have a little some scraps up there right now. I click on some of it and it disappears. I mean, I can make this look like a whole desert thing, whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to look and see what we have. I think that's going to be too thin there of a road to drive on. But I'm going to show you all the driving of the motorcycle. I think we also have an issue over here that we're going to have to patch up. But let's find out. Let's go ahead and try driving on it now. So I'm going to go over to the terrain here. And we're going to turn flying off. Now, there's also things in here where you have weapons, you have vehicles, you can turn it into a fight, you can turn it into sports. There are all sorts of things you can do. All right, so we press C and turn off flying. There we go, we dropped. Now on C, I go to spawner, and we're going to turn on a sport bike. Spawn class on self. Where did it go? Okay. Let's try to spawn it on us again. We may have lost it. So we have clear skies right now. We can turn it into rain. Light rain. Thunderstorm. There's the bike. All right. Now we're going to get on the bike. And here we go. Well, we're going to try to change this just a little bit first. We're going to get off the bike. Then we're going to change this to the morning. Let's go ahead and turn the storm off for a moment. Partly cloudy. And I think we lost our bike. So let's get our bike back. So that should have spawned on us. There it is. Okay. Now we're going to get this bike. We're going to back up. Yeah, so that is a debug logging by the looks of it. I already messaged the dev. He's going to turn that off. So don't worry about that. All right, we're driving on our track. Let's see where it's at. Oops. I pressed R to put my person back on there. They're fixing that as well. So if your person disappears, you can keep driving, but you can press R twice and it'll put them back on there. So we're driving the track right now. That sounds like something popped a pipe. Oh, no, 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 no. Turn right, turn right, turn right. No! Oops. Uh-oh. My character is now falling. Okay. So we're just going to press K a few times, and that'll go to where we can respawn. And we'll try this again. Yeah, so you could definitely see this as a work in progress, and he's constantly working on it. This is a indie dev, a one-person dev team. So he's taking suggestions and everything, and the main thing he's also looking on this is the AI part of it. So there's a huge AI system that he's doing. Now, please don't use my test map as an example of how great this can be, because I am not an artist. So when you press C, you have the whole console thing on it from that part. You can set up your spawner. We're going to go ahead and try setting up a different bike this time. This time it's going to be a bike MX. You can also customize the bikes. We're just taking what it gives us right now. So we're going to try this again. We've already submitted our suggestions in here as well. So now we're back on our dirt track, right? I pressed R a few times to recycle it. Brake, turn. Alright, we got this. We're going to make some ramps as well. We're trying to do a full lap first. Our goal right now is a full lap, and then we'll clean it up. Still good, still good. Stay on the right, stay on the right. We got to watch for the turn. Here we go. You know, this feels like the sand. Like I got to watch for sandworms, y'all. I got to watch for sandworms. I got to watch for sandworms. Oops. Uh-oh, ragdoll. Okay. I don't think I saved the map. Let's see how much of it's saved. Give me a second. Yeah, it looks like it crashed. Give me a second, y'all. I should be able to then do it locally. Load the local part. This is also one of the things where you're going to want to save as you go. All right, launching it back up now. So we're going to go back to host. I'm going to try local map. Let's see how much it saved for us here. Oh, I selected with the water, though. Now, the water he's going to set to where you can swim in it later, but not just yet, because right now you can just fall through it. We'll go ahead and still modify what we have right now. So right now we're only working on the terraforming part of it. You can build more stuff on it afterwards as well. We're focusing on the terraforming. I believe we used gravel. Wasn't it? Okay. Now again, we're going to press T to back up and smoothen it out that way. Now, even though we're trying to set it up with the, where we can see the underneath the water part here at least gets it to where I can focus on the top first. Now, see, if I wanted to shape this out as NAG, what I could do is take off one part of it and set it up as a, I could take out this part up here and then cut it off there and set it like a ramp to then connect for the G, and then shape out NAG through the whole thing and have it as a racetrack. But we're just trying to do a basic oval track right now. As we then go back to our peanut butter sandwich, so of the lesson we made earlier about the small little cooking show of making a peanut butter sandwich, we will then finish the rest of it. Ow! Then we press Q to raise our character, and we're going to fly again. We're going to press C, not C, T. So now we're flying again, and now we can shape all this up again. Smoothing it out. Looks like it did save most of it. So it did an auto save, and I did a local file that did the save. least that's what it looks like. We're going to smoothen the rest of this out. Okay. And then we'll drive it again. So whenever we play this in the future and do any map editing like this, what we probably should do is make sure that y'all occasionally respond to me with the sound file. Save the damn game, because if we have any issues where our own computer crashes or anything, it will at least save our data. But it looks like it does most of an autosave. We just get this a lot smoother. Well, hang on. Here we go. So this looks to be a little rough. But now we're smoothing it out. We're probably going to want to expand it, but not yet. Now I think we're trying to get rid of this. Unless we turn that into a ramp right here. We could do that. All right. So I'm probably going to need to make a modification over here. And some more deleting. But it looks like we made it a lot smoother now. I'm just trying to find an area so I can actually drive. So we want to go ahead and save it now. Press C to get the cursor back. Save. It just saved it. We're not worried about the full design wise of any bushes or branches or trees or desert or anything like Orange's map was. We just want something circling around first, and then once we're done with all that, setting up the racetrack, then we can put other terrain around it or even all the other artwork. We're just trying to get the base frame out first. So now I'm going to stop flying. I press 2 to get rid of the circle. Okay. Now we're going to go get our bike. So we're going to do the motorbike again. There are different vehicles that you can use. So we're going to go to, oh, I don't know why I went to crafting. I need to go to C, go to spawner, go to, let's do the cruiser this time, because we're just going to cruise, y'all. We're just going to cruise. There it is. No, 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 wait, 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 wait. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I keep pressing the wrong button. So C. What did we say? Cruiser. Spawn. At self. Now we got it. F. I gotta fix that up there. Now it's loud again, so I'll need to lower it. Whenever the person disappears, you can press R to bring the person back. Or we'll just leave it like this for now. Now we're gonna do a lap. Yeehaw! Turn, turn, turn! There we go. We got it. No, 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 no! Ah! Doing our double jump. All right, so I think we got it more around now. Now, what we want to add next, we probably want to get some of these a little wider. But what we'll want to also add next is going to be the walls, so you don't fly off into the water in some cases. Wizard. So we're going to go ahead and press... I think I wanted to get a connection in here too. So now we press 1. And it was gravel. Nope, wrong gravel. Yeah, I gotta, so I press shift, bring it back down. So the other tool I used was the flatten part, right? But you can actually expand out for the surface and it'll actually expand out that amount. So this is all gravel, and if I want, I can actually turn the whole thing into gravel by just coating it once, like that. See? I can then coat the whole thing as gravel. And then you press refresh foliage, and there's your gravel. So then we're just driving on gravel. But then I need to smoothen it out. And it'll smoothen based on which terrain is there. And we can just add on top of it if we have to. Let's see, we shorten it back out there. There it goes. Get these lumps down. Now that part is wider in some situation. So we just flattened it out. What do y'all think on this? There's so many possibilities. He's still working on it. Like I said, he's a one-person team. An indie dev on it from that part. But we see so many possibilities with this. Right now, we're only talking about the creative part of it, right? There's also, when you're in the server, you can then have other people join in. There's no real limit. It's like 999, so it's just whichever your computer itself can handle, but you can set the limit. Like you could set it for 10 players and stuff like that and get other people in, and then you turn it into something else. Now, if you think of regular racetracks, right, for games, you're going to have some shortcuts. So there's going to be this here where they can enter like a straight part way. But then this little dip, I think I'm going to keep it after I sort it out just a little bit higher. Okay. And then connect it. So I could set it more like a ramp. Or connect it as a basic shortcut. So if I now... That's smooth. I need to go to surface. It's a little at a time. I'm not doing a whole block. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm stuck. Okay, we're good. Whoopsie! And yeah, I know that like in Mortal Kombat, I know they say toasty, but you know a lot of us know that a lot of us hear it more as like whoopsie or oopsie. But I know the actual word is toasty. I still say oopsie. Whoopsie! Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie! You say oopsie too? Oopsie doopsie. Now, obviously, this is a lot of lumps and stuff. So we gotta then go up top. Now, he's gonna add something where you can actually get a view from the top. But we're gonna go up top now. Oh, we're climbing. Oh, hang on. There we go. I didn't mean to do that. I added well, hang on. We could even this out. So now we're going to smoothen this again. No, I did the wrong thing. I pressed the wrong button. I deleted it. Ah, mudda beetle bum bum. Hang on. No! I'm stuck in it, but no. Ah! I didn't do it. Nobody saw that. The reason why you see the circle highlighted over there, over our character, is because I still have it on that one tool, and we're going to do some shaping over here in a second. Okay, so now we're going to press T for the camera. Oh, too much. That one's fine. Let's go ahead and get up in the air first. So we're going to fly. We're going to raise our character. Okay. go. We're going to shorten that back down. I wanted it to still be the ramp that I had, but it's okay to be flatter. So now we're going to change it to, it was gravel prior. I'm going to change it to smoothen. So, oh, wrong button. Yeah, wait, is it? No, we're doing it wrong. I thought it was gravel. No. It's, something's messed up. Give me a second. I'm doing something wrong. Nah, nah, nah. That's not what I did. It just blew up in my face there. Because it was supposed to smoothen it, and instead it just added. So we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, see, it's adding it instead. So we need to go press 2, then 1, and then smooth. And it's still adding. Or I'm doing something wrong. Hang on. Now remember, he is constantly working on this still as well. I'm going to try to smoothen this out, and then we'll wrap it up from there. I want to add more to it once I have this track layout exactly how I want it. And then I'm going to add the walls and stuff, and then maybe if we can even do some like tunnel things. So we're starting with just the basic lineup of the track we're trying to do. Do we have enough people in here for a giveaway at the moment? Not at the moment. We would need one more. So we're going to see how much is saved and if we could do it again. All right, y'all can see it again. We're going to go back to host. All right, this is my local map. Now we're going to try that feature again and see if it'll smoothen it out. See if that fixed it. I'm telling y'all right now, I am totally not an artist. So anyone could probably do better than me on what I'm doing right now. Okay, we picked it up. There we go. One. Now we want to smoothen, gravel. See, now it's working. So we're going to switch to T. We're going to go back to flying. And it was Q to raise up at flying. You got to tap Q repeatedly. It raises you up a little bit each time. All right, now we're going to smoothen this out again. Go. We are going to be switching games here soon. I just wanted to put some time into making this map. I'm going to be doing this off the air as well, but I did want to show y'all some of this. Now, this game is currently $15, and he's going to be adding it as we go, but it's always going to be $15. That's his game plan. Always going to be $15. Not going to raise it or anything like that. This isn't for like DLCs or anything. You pretty much turn it into what you want to. This right now that we're doing is only the creation part of it, though. Is there a way to stop the camera from moving when you smooth things out? He is in the process of setting up a, to my knowledge, no. I don't know if there's a quick key or so forth wise with it. We can check again with controls. I don't know if he has that set up wise with it. He has a tutorial out there and so forth, but he is looking to add into this a feature where you have the camera bot or whatever up top and being able to do it from there. So you're able to do it from that device rather than your character. Now, I don't know if it'll still be moving the screen or what from there, but I can note that in there for them to check as well. Let me do this real quick. Okay. I did send that up there to the dev just to let them know. Yeah, and so Orange on here is pretty active and everything of what it says here. I mean, of what he does on here from that part. He updates it like weekly or so forth, and it's like his baby. So anything we say on it from that part, he notes down and looks to fix and so forth. He was saying like it may take a few weeks or something, but do something about the having some flying vehicles and stuff like that. And already he sent me a picture of one of the flying vehicles. So yeah. All right, so we have a track again now. These two items up top, don't worry about that. I think this may be enough now. Yeah, that would be better because this you can't be precise because the camera is moving and prevents you to. So it really depends on the angle you're looking at it though, because like right now, I press T to get closer and you see it already. So you're moving along with it. So in some cases, you may want the camera to move with it. You see? So when further out, I understand what you're saying, but when you're closer, that actually pays off here. Now, I think I just separated that. So what I need to do is add to it. Surface, gravel, save the current status. And we're going to come out over here. I could see maybe also, yeah, it also depends on the size of the map. This here is a small, yeah, this is really small compared to the one that he created. Did you see the one he created yesterday? That Orange created? So like right now, and it looks so much better with the all the weather part that you could put on it. So I'm sort of widening this up a little bit. I could do it as the blocks, the flattened part, but this is good too. I'm actually liking doing it this way better. And now we just smoothen it out. So I have to refresh and go to service, switch it to smooth. And then we just smoothen it out. So there's going to be a shortcut that they can take over here. It was supposed to be a ramp initially. I could still set it as one. And you see as I smoothen it out. So it's based on where the circle is. So you see where the circle is. That's what we're modifying. Just trying to smoothen that one. There we go. All right, let's just see what that looks like now, okay? So what we've learned to do is in a situation like this, we're going to want to, so I press C just to get the cursor back, but we're going to go ahead and want to drop, ow, and then we're going to save. So now we just saved that. You can press 2, so we don't have the thing in our hand anymore. And now we're going to drive it. So we're going to try both ways. We're going to do 2 laps. We're going to do one with the shortcut and one without. So let's go ahead and bring our our vehicle. That's going to be C for the menu, and the spawner. And then we're going to do the naked bike this time and spawn it on ourselves. There we go. I'm going to lower the sound just a little bit on the OBS. All right, and here we go. I'm not going full speed. I'm going to just go a little bit here just to be able to do a test drive, a test run. Maybe I want to go full speed. Yeehaw! Look at that view. All right, we gotta go right, go right, go right, go right. Your other right, right. Yeah, we go. Keep going, keep right. Left, 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 left. All right, we're gonna go on the outside on this one. Gotta do a sharp turn. There we go. Little bumpy. We already did one lap. Now the next one we're going to do it with the shortcut. We didn't do the center at all yet. We should probably set that like a pit stop. Now, I'm not using any of the high quality artwork stuff on here. I'm just doing some basic stuff right now. There's a lot more detail to this. Alright, we're going to turn left. If I'm yelling, it's because I'm yelling over the sound of the motorbike. It's really loud. It goes brum brum. Alright, we took the shortcut. Alright, so that was one lap going a decent amount of speed to slow. Now we're going to haul it. Let's go. Yeah! Brakes! 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 Woo! We're good, we're good. We're good, we're good. Go to the right! The right! The right! 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 Yeah! We did it. Woo! We're good. How many laps can we do, y'all? Oh, no, 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 no! Please, do not look at your other monitor while you are driving. If you look at your other monitor, this may happen to you. Okay. We're going to disconnect. And now we want to share it on the workshop. Let me see what's going on with this. Alright, so give me 1 second. We're going to switch games here in a moment. We're going to go ahead and just finish uploading this.